Welcome back to This is the Pick.
Welcome to show you guys.
And we're doing our recap of the playoff games. Both games are absolutely amazing. We're going to be doing the Rams games first. Obviously, I'm a Rams fan, so I'm pretty happy about this one. Rams win this one 26-23. I may have had the Saints winning because of that home field advantage, but the Rams really stepped up on defense and on offense, especially Jared Goff. He had an amazing game. He had almost 300 yards, touchdown, interception. Fat Man Anderson had an alright game, 50 yards. Gurley wasn't really any of a factor. He didn't do much in this game. I don't really understand what happened. Cooks had a good game. Reynolds had an alright game. Other receivers like Everett, he
stepped up, dude.
He stepped up. Woods had some plays as well. He didn't play as bad.
Honestly, he was their best target out there.
Yeah, I kind of expected him to play a bit better, though. Drew Brees, he struggled. He played well at times, but he kind of struggled at times. Ingram and Kamara, running-wise, they really got shut down. Ingram had 31 yards. Kamara didn't have that many yards either. But receiving-wise, Kamara had an amazing game, almost 100 yards, 11 receptions. Let me see here. Michael Thomas was shut down, 36 yards, 4 catches. So Rams did really good on defense. They got pressure. They didn't get that many sacks. Sue stepped up. He had 2 sacks, but Donald didn't do much. But excuse me. But he got a lot of pressure and he played well as well. He definitely did what he does. Disrupted some plays. All right. So yeah, man. Where do I even begin? Rams, they did all they can, fought really hard. They really started struggling in that first quarter. That Saints home field advantage was really a big factor in the first quarter. But the Rams got down early, 14 points, I believe, 13 points. But they fought back and they really didn't look back after that. It was kind of a close game, went to overtime. Some questionable calls. Really bad pass interference that should have been called, wasn't called. That would have pretty much iced the game for the Saints, but it didn't go their way. Ryan's going to say it, give his opinion about that as well, of course. But yeah, man, this Patriots. I'll get to that. This Rams team really fought back. I'm really proud of this team. I was kind of really nervous about this one. I didn't think they were going to win because of that home field advantage. That home field advantage is ridiculous. They're super loud. But man, I got to give it to Coach McVay, Coach Wade Phillips, Jared Goff especially. He really impressed me, and he's definitely that guy, man. Because Gurley, he wasn't much of a factor. Fat Man C.J. Anderson wasn't much of a factor either. It was really on him, and he really stepped up. That defense really stepped up. I'm really happy for this team. I've been a Rams fan since 2010. When Bradford got drafted by the Rams, I became one. Been through a lot of bad seasons, a lot of heartache. This game gave me a lot of definitely high on my blood pressure a lot. But yeah, really happy. That's all I got to say right now. Only hear what Ryan has to say, of course.
First of all, I just got to say both of these games were absolutely amazing. Of course, this was history. Both of these games went into overtime, which was first in history for an AFC and NFC game to go in overtime at the same weekend. So that's crazy. But yeah, man, the Rams, they honestly, they kind of looked shook at first because not only the crowd noise, but I'm sure just the magnitude of this game alone. But yeah, they look real shooken. It looked like the Saints were going to march into this, and I wouldn't say get an easy W, but definitely going to get the W. And nah, man, this Rams fought back. Like Adam said, they played really well on defense, especially in that second half. Frustrated Brees. Like I said, they didn't necessarily sack him, but they were getting in his face, tipping balls, frustrating Drew Brees, that's what you got to do with any great quarterback, is frustrate him and get in their face as much as possible. So they did that very well. Yeah, I think one of the most disappointing things for me, because I picked the Saints in as well, and I think one of the most disappointing things is Michael Thomas didn't play as well, which is I thought he was going to. I mean, I know Talib is great, but he ain't that great in my opinion. So whatever adjustments they made to shut him down was great.
I think they doubled him and made someone else beat him, which I thought they
Which
should
was
have
smart.
did in the preview, and that's what I thought they needed to do, and I think they did that.
Yeah. Ted Ginn did make some plays, but not enough.
Sorry, Ryan. We can't fully tell because we don't have the whole screen footage,
Right.
so kind of hard at times to tell if they're bracketing someone, but
They were doing
I
something.
definitely did. They were doing something, and they were probably bracketing, double covering,
Most likely.
like high and low, safety corner.
Most likely. But yeah, man, they absolutely took advantage of that because that's that man that absolutely gets the job done when they need it the most, and they shut him down. Ted Ginn really needed to have a big game. He had a all right game. He made some big catches when they needed him, so I'll give him that. But yeah, man, they shut down their best receiver. Alvin Kamara, in my opinion, was the best player on the field on the offense for them. He's kind of doing majority of the work.
Yeah.
Outside of that, they really couldn't. They were struggling to find other options for offense. So I think that's what really ended up hurting them in the long run of this game. And then yeah, like I said, I think it's really helping the Rams defense that Sue is stepping up and being more of a dominant force on that line.
Sorry, Ryan again. I think that he is kind of lollygagging during the season and really saving a lot of his energy for these playoffs.
Which is smart.
He's been a monster these two games.
Which is smart, but yeah, absolutely, he stepped up, and that's what they need.
Yeah.
Of course, if you got him and Darnold going off, then yeah, it's going to be a tough day. So that's what they did, man. They made it tough for Breeze. I do, man. I've been on the golf train. I never thought he was whack, even when he got Jeff Fisher. So I knew he was going to be good, but this was kind of this is the game, and this is the time to prove that are you that quarterback? And he did, man. There was a lot of situations where they had messed up bad plays that like they would try. There was one play they tried to hand it off, and it got all messed up, and he ended up rolling out of the pocket and still finding his tight end Higbee down the field, and he ended up getting like a ton of yards on that play. And it happened again, kind of sort of the same thing. The run play got messed up, and he threw it to Higbee again and made it happen. So great job by him to not panic in those situations and find your man. So yeah, he proved to me that he could definitely be that franchise quarterback for him. And if they did definitely win the Super Bowl, then oh yeah. But yeah, man, they really did their job, even though nobody really stood out for that offense. Really, it was kind of weird. That's how they stuck in the game, but nobody really stood out. Woods had an alright game. I thought he was gonna have a ball out. He had an alright game. Gurley was hurt. I'm assuming, I don't know why.
I don't know why you wouldn't have him in the game if he wasn't hurt.
He's the best player on that field as far as offense goes. So there was something wrong with him. He was on the little bike on the sideline, so something was up.
Yeah.
CJ, he played all right. There was a couple of good runs that he bowled through. But yeah, it was really weird, man. Nobody really stood out as far as who made the big plays for me on the Rams. But like I said, they just scored enough. Of course, I'm upset. That was a BS call that they missed, of course, with the should have been pass interference or a hit to the head. There's a lot of possibilities that could have been flagged on that play. Yeah, it ruined the game as far as the Saints go, but it's overall game. You just got to go with what's called, and there ain't nothing you could do about it. So tough situation. Like I said, we got to get that figured out. We're gonna have a little segment about the penalties and all that. But yeah, overall great game. Very entertaining, a nail biter. This man was probably stressing out. Stress level was probably out the roof.
Yeah.
But yeah, great game, man. Hopefully it really pains, but I hope I see Drew Brees at least get another shot. So yeah, great job by the Saints. Great year. And yeah, man, great job by the Rams by kind of canceling out that crowd noise towards the second half, and
yeah, they made adjustments, which
that as well. And yeah, it is. That's a tough environment to go play ball, and that showed in the first half. And that second half, they did a really good job to kind of cancel that out and play their game, play their style of game. And yeah, great job. They moved on, and yeah, good job by the Rams.
Yeah, shout out Wade Phillips for making adjustments. Kamara was absolutely eating the Rams' defensive line, and they started just bullying them and bumping them on the line and doing a lot of other things to make sure that he doesn't beat them and other people beat him. Again, great job on the Rams of getting pressure, making Drew Brees throw that interception in overtime. As a Rams fan, I'm definitely going to say that should have been a penalty. Saints should have probably won that game. But, I mean, I don't want to hear it. Saints still had opportunities to win the game after that play, so that didn't cost the Saints that game.
No.
But
Definitely,
that
hurt.
should have been that should have been a penalty. Saints should have won that game. But they had opportunities. Drew Brees shouldn't have thrown that interception. They should have got more stops. Other things happened.
Yeah, there's other scenarios.
that Saints still had an opportunity to win that game, and they're at their place. So, I mean, I'm not trying to be don't try to curse, but I'm not trying to be a dick. But Saints had opportunities to win this game.
Well, it's not only that, but it was bad officiating on both sides.
Oh my God, so bad.
There were at least 2 or 3 face masks that the Saints caused that they didn't even call. So
Yeah.
overall, it was bad officiating, but they definitely messed up on that one.
Yeah, definitely messed up on that one. I'm really happy. Shout out New Orleans. That was an amazing game. Unfortunately, I'm sad it was against the Saints because I love Drew Brees. I love Sean Payton, but I want my team to go play in the Super Bowl, of course. So I'm happy. Great game, and we're about to get to this dang Patriots game in 1 second. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Please comment, like, subscribe. Of course, we'll love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions.